Hello, my name is Jordan Brown. Unfortunately, I obtained an injury to the eye which causes my eye to be sensitive to light, so I have to wear these shades. But it will not keep me from showing you what I have to show you today. Have you ever said to yourself, man, I wish I could draw? Maybe I can't help you become an artist, but today I will be demonstrating how to make people believe that you are one. First off, I encourage each and every one of you to draw more often, for many reasons. Drawing can be fun. It can also be used to relieve stress or even express how you're feeling. It is also a great way to pass time. The drawing that I will be showing you today is called the Impossible Triangle Optical Illusion. You only need 3 materials that can be found around you. You're going to need a pencil and eraser, a piece of paper, and a ruler or a straight edge. I do not have a ruler, so I will be using this as my straight edge. There are 3 main steps as well. Step 1 is to make an upside down realistic diamond shape by drawing a triangle and cutting off the edges. Step 2 is to draw a smaller triangle inside of the diamond and extend the lines. Step 3 is to connect the lines of the inner triangle to the diamond. You can also shade it at the end to make it look more realistic, but it is not a needed step. Okay, so we're going to move on to the actual drawing. Please draw with me. Step 1 is to draw an equilateral triangle and cut off the vertices of the triangle afterwards. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use our straight edge to lightly draw an equilateral triangle. We do not want to make it too dark because we will be erasing parts of the triangle. So if you follow me, we're going to use a straight edge and we're going to draw a triangle lightly. Try to make it as equal as possible. Okay, now that we have our triangle, we have to cut off the edges. So what we're going to do, at the top, we're just going to make a straight line across. We do not want to make that line too close to the top or too close to the middle, or our drawing will be obstructed. So now that we have our line, we are going to erase this top part right here. Okay, with the corners, we're going to have to kind of slant it. With this part, we're going to slant it towards that way. And with this side, we're going to slant it back this way. So we're going to start the same thing, not too far to either side. Same thing on this side. Now, erase the corners as well. Okay, I'm going to darken it out, but this is a shape, similar shape that you should have. This is why I say use a straight edge, because obviously, as you can see, my lines aren't too straight without it. Okay, so that is step 1. On to step 2, we have to draw a small triangle inside of the diamond. We have to make sure that we do not pass the actual corners of the diamond. What I mean by that is, imagine there's a line coming from here over here. You can actually draw a light line if you want. Same thing, down and down. What we want to do is we want to try to stay in the middle of that. So now we're going to use our straight edge again to make a smaller equilateral triangle. Okay, now we have our smaller triangle. With our smaller triangle, we're going to have to extend the actual triangle out on each side. I will be showing you how to do this. This is the tricky part, so you have to make sure to pay close attention. So with the left side of this triangle, this part, we're going to extend it upwards. But we're going to try to make sure not to go too far up, because once again, it can obstruct the actual drawing. So we're going to go up like so. Now, use a straight edge to keep the line straight. With this side, we're going to go down. The right side of the triangle, we're going to go down. So we're just gonna bring that down some. Okay, and now this part, the bottom part of the triangle, we're gonna pull it out to the left. And now you have this shape. It should look something like this. That is step 2. Now we're going to actually finish the drawing, which is step 3. What we're going to do is we're going to connect every line to the actual diamond part of the drawing. So we're going to start with our top line. With our top line, we want to bring this right here to this corner of the diamond. So the top part to this corner of the diamond. Once again, use your straight edge to keep everything in line. So it should look like this right here. Now, we're going to bring this part of the line to this corner of the diamond. Same thing, use your straight edge to keep everything straight and bring it in. Okay, now we're going to connect this part to the top of our diamond, so up here. And there we go. Now this is your actual illusion. This is the drawing itself. Now what we want to do is we're going to shade it just to make it look more realistic and make it pop out more. So the best thing to do is to shade like the inside of the triangles first. When we shade it, we're only going to shade about halfway of the line. So let's say we're shading this bottom part. We're going to stop right here and shade the rest right through there. Just like that. Now we're going to shade this part halfway through again. Try to shade in the direction of that line. So shade it just like this. Same thing with the top. Okay, now that we have those parts shaded, we're going to shade the outside parts as well, just to give it a little extra pizzazz, I guess you could say. So we're going to start, but on the opposite side. So now that since we have this part shaded, we're going to shade this part of the triangle. So just grab it and shade from wherever you stopped at. Same thing out here. This part, we're going to shade this half. And same thing out there. Right here, we're going to shade this half. We're going to start right here and shade up. Now we have our impossible triangle optical illusion. Feel free to hold up your papers and show the class how great your drawing is. I'm sure everyone did an amazing job. Now you can make people believe that you're an artist with 3 easy steps. Remember, first, draw an equilateral triangle and cut off the edges to make it look like a realistic diamond. Second, draw your smaller inside triangle and make sure you have the lines extended. And third, just connect the triangle to the actual diamond. Thank you for your time.